What's going on, guys? Kate is here and welcome to another video. So today is a big one. Today I'm showing you how properly to do a big world boss. So basically whenever you were claiming the cities and the farming plots and whatever, so basically whenever a plot or like a normal territory is dropped, for you to be able to claim it, it isn't like it was for a black zone city where you need to click and pay or whatever. This is a different case. So basically with the new update they implemented the new boss which you need to fight. So basically now you can see on the screen, you can see that this group of people, they're basically the number of people that usually is between 7 to 10 people. You don't want more than 10 because then it will be the boss will get bigger and stronger because of the power. The more people, the stronger it will get. So basically the first thing is it will spawn small minions, and so the first thing that you do is kill the minions and rotate counterclockwise. Then whenever they do tornado, when the tornado is done, you run again the other direction. So basically for this you usually need one specific tank, probably 2 healers, 1 nature staff and 1 holy staff should be good. So yeah, like I said, 1 tank and preferably 4 to 5 really high damage DPSs. The higher the damage is, the better, and the easier it will be, the faster. Of course, if no one is interrupting you, you can do this even faster. We have seen Zorn setups with 1 glaive, 2 frosts, a curse, 2 healers and 1 tank. Of course these fights were a bit more laggier and a bit more like FPS dropping whenever there were a lot of people defending the actual thing and actually like 8 to 10 people fighting this. So as well, really important thing is if you get knocked down, you have a revive. So healers, that's why you want to bring at least 1 holy healer so you have that revive possibility. So like we just saw, someone got down, that was tank I think, and he got revived right away back. So whenever a healer is really high, he can revive himself as well. You probably want at least 2 druid cows. If you don't have a druid cow, then pick on your passive the mana regain, so every 10 to 20 seconds you can regain mana, because like we know with high DPS classes, mana is a really important thing to keep eye on it as well. So then whenever the boss gets lower, it starts dropping more bombs. So basically whenever a mini boss dies, he explodes, like we know in the Hellgates and stuff. Whenever you kill someone, it explodes. So that's why a lot of people want to bring either way your royal shoes or something that sort of style, because it's really important for you to be able to kill the boss and for you to be able to kill things. So basically whenever whenever you get really low and the boss gets around 80% health, really important thing is that kill the first ad. So basically just pull out them, so you kill the first ad or the mini boss and then you go for the big boss. So like we can see as well, ambush invisibility potions could be good, but more preferably are poison potions. So you can basically poison potion the boss and then he can die. So in my opinion it's a lot safer and a lot easier to do so. So basically whenever also you get wiped or something happens, you just repeat the process without wiping. Of course, I would say the minimum requirement of the gear would be a 6.3, or that's equals to 8.1 gear. With flat 8 it's still doable. Of course a lot of people need high spec. In this video we can see that there aren't a lot of people till the 10 people cap, as well as there's, for example, a war bow that is in a really high damage. There are 2 bows if I'm not mistaken, and like 2 or 3 daggers. So basically it isn't the best setup, but it's doable. So in my opinion I would say that really important thing is to keep rotating, to watch out for the mini boss bombs that they are doing as well. Tank is really important role that plays in this scenario, so tank healers, at least one healer always needs to be on the tank. I would say purely the nature healer should always be on the tank, putting everything that he can, of course, putting some dots whenever the tank is at 3 stacks, putting some dots on the other players. The holy healer should always revive if someone goes down, as well as I would say the best option would be the one-handed holy. So whenever someone, if like mistake happens or whatever and someone gets low, he can holy blessing really fast them, so you don't need to waste a revive. I think a revive is around 30 to 40 seconds cooldown, so basically that shouldn't be a big thing, but it's still not the best thing to keep reviving yourself and not healing, because always the healing will be the best option for you. Of course, the new artifact weapons are really strong, like we can see that, so really important things are to also keep that in mind. People are also saying that maybe in future they will even increase this level that you need to do. Like right now we can see that mobs are getting killed not really fast. So basically why they implemented this option and this new update is so basically people just cannot, like in the lag zones or whatever, just come and claim like a random territory or whatever, or like one guy just ambushes through the whole thing and just clicks and buys the territory. So in my opinion, I really like this type of thing, that you need to, for you be able to claim this, you need being able to kill the boss. Usually, like I said, that takes to 7 to 10 man party. Of course, the new weapons could really help, especially the new daggers, the new swords are really high DPS as well as mobility. So in my opinion, they are really good. The tanks really need to watch out and always putting everything on tank, because that's the main guy who is keeping the big boss aggro. Because you basically, like all the DPS guys, whenever a mini boss spawns, they should be killing a mini boss, and whenever mini bosses are down, they should keep adding more damage to the big guy. And always big guy needs to be taunted on the tanks. Of course, that's normal thing, but always keep taunting. Tank should always keep use his taunt for the big boss. As well, people are saying that Guardian armor should be good as well. I still think that taunt is a really important thing for your DPS not getting wiped, because when your DPS gets wiped, then of course you have less DPS and bigger chance to die. As well, mana is really important thing, so at least 2 people should have mana cost, either by both healers, because you never want healers to go out of mana. So usually with poison potions as well, I would say everyone of the group wants to use poison potions. Maybe healers will not need to, but basically the timer of the poison potion is 1 minute, so you want at least 6 people to use the poison potions. Other people can just use energy or gigantify or health regen, probably could be the best, or resistance. So basically why you want that, because every 10 seconds someone else can drop the poison potion, and the duration is 60 seconds, or aka the cooldown. So every 5 to 10 seconds one guy can drop. Of course, you should have like shot call whoever is dropping the poison, so you don't stack up. So basically they cannot stack up. Whenever you drop another poison potion, whatever tier is, it will just restart the timer that you really don't want. So basically whenever someone is poisoning something, you just shot call. Of course, the more poisons the better, I think. For mini bosses, the poisons could be used as well. In my opinion, I think really important is the curse, because curse does so much more damage with the pierce. So basically people can do a lot of damage by piercing a mob or 2. So I think that pierce is really important thing. Having at least 1 glaive to fling out some mini bosses from the healers, if the healers have aggro or something like that, would be really important. As well, having at least 1 Lollet or dagger who can execute really fast, who can dash really fast if he has the aggro from the tank. As well, go ambush so he staggeros from other teammates, because that's, like I said, it's a really important thing. It's not even much more about AoEs than it is about single target damage, so you basically want to have a lot of single target damage DPS classes like Frosts, Fires. They are really high damage. They are still considered AoE DPS staffs, but still, in my opinion, they're really high, so that's what you want, the biggest and most highest damage what you can ever get. So basically that's that. It's not really I wouldn't say it's really hard, you just need to know the method. Just keep rotating clockwise and counterclockwise whenever he does the tornadoes, because tornadoes does do a lot of damage and just stun you. That isn't good. As well, keep killing the mini bosses. It's not good to ignore them because they will do too much damage to you, so you don't want that. Of course, use the new weapons. They are really strong and really good. So as well, I wasn't the one who recorded this clip, so link will be in description like per usual. If we take some of the other content creators clip, this clip will be in the description and the content creator name as well. So basically check out that as well. Let me know if you have any questions or opinions, concerns, what you want next videos to be about. Really soon we'll start making every weapon's guide, as well as other things like the best GVG strats. Like we know with the new territories, there being a lot of new strategies that can be implemented. But either way, click like, subscribe, comment, and peace guys.